Hi guys, Darrion here. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. We miss you so much here at Blue Moon Yoga. I've planned for you guys a nice little chill vinyasa flow today for a nice home practice. So you guys can get comfortable as you get ready, maybe get some props, a blanket for Shavasana if you'd like. And we'll get started laying on our backs. So you guys can go ahead and shift yourself into that shape. Extending your feet out in front of you. Let your arms open up. If you've got some space around you, go ahead and make this as big as you'd like. So maybe open the feet up wider than mat width distance. Let the arms fall farther away from the body so that the shoulders relax down. Encourage the toes to fall out to the sides. Close the eyes. We'll just take a moment to ground down into the space that you've created in your home. So connecting with the body, maybe start with just a nice full body scan. Start at the crown of the head. And gradually just work your way all the way down to the tips of the toes. Just taking a moment to check in with yourself. Arrive fully to the four corners of your mat. As your body relaxes, muscles soften, see if you can deepen your breath. So maybe stretching those inhales in through the nose, seeing if you can take them in to the count of 4, maybe 5 or 6. And then exhaling, letting it go, letting the body soften. Next inhale fills you in through the nose, pulling that breath all the way down into the belly. Deep breath in. And then let it go. Maybe open the mouth. Big exhale. Last cleansing breath. Big breath in through the nose. Maybe suck in a little bit more air at the tippy top. And then let it go. Exhale. Start to bring some life into your fingers, into your toes. Maybe rolling out in your wrists, rolling out in your ankles. Just taking it easy, taking it slow. You can bring the feet together. Start to stretch the arms all the way up above head. Take a full body stretch. So stretch through the fingertips, through the toes. Big inhale here. Maybe even feel the low back as it lifts from the ground. And then take an exhale. Go ahead and pull the knees one at a time into the chest. Find that soft little ball. Maybe rock right and left. Massage the muscles and the low spine to relax. And we'll go ahead and straighten both of the legs, point the toes up to the sky, maybe catch the back of the thighs for support, and really pull the navel into the spine. Releasing any pressure that may have accumulated in the low spine over the last week of quarantine. You can move through the ankles. And then we'll go ahead and drop the left foot into the mat. With the hands interlaced on the back side of the right leg, let's point and flex through the right toes for a moment. And then let's take a big breath in. Use this exhale to draw the right leg a little bit closer towards you, walking the hand up the back side of the calf. Keep the hips, the seat bones pressed down in toward the earth. Keep flexing the toes back here, lengthening along the back side of the right leg. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's take this into figure 4. So the right ankle hooks on top of the left knee. Start to press this right knee away from you. Find that external rotation of this right hip here. Stay here. Maybe this is enough. If you'd like to take it a bit deeper, invite that left knee into your chest. Find that interlaced grip around the back of the left thigh, and then relax the shoulders away from the ears if any tension is built there. Move through that left ankle. If you'd like to take it further, I invite you to maybe straighten through the left leg, sending energy out through that left heel, and then check back in with that right knee. Make sure you found that external rotation here. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale with control, slowly drop the left foot back down into the earth. Cactus the arms out to the side. Keep the figure 4 connection. Deep breath in. And then use the exhale slowly, let both of the legs fall off to the left side, twisting through the spine. See if you can keep the sole of the right foot and maybe connect it down into the earth. Press that right knee gently away from you. Feel that opening in the right hip, and maybe see if you can shift the gaze toward the right side of the room. Breathe into whatever sensations come up into the body here. And we'll take one more deep breath in. Full breath out. Use your inhale, the core strength, to bring the legs back through center, the chin. And we'll go ahead and uncross the legs. Sole of the right foot meets into the earth. Figure 4 on the left side, left ankle hooks on top of the right knee. Find that external rotation so that left knee presses away from the body. Keep flexing the left toes back, protecting that knee joint, especially if there's any pre-existing knee conditions. Stay here. Or maybe bring that right knee closer towards you. Interlacing the hands along the back of the thigh, rolling the low spine into the earth. Relax the shoulders, breathe. Maybe straighten through that right leg, getting a little bit more of a stretch, energizing out through the right heel. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and slowly, with control, drop the sole of the right foot into the mat. Cactus the arms out to the side, prepare for that twist. And as you exhale, let the legs fall to the right side. See if the sole of the left foot can fall into the earth, and then start to push the left knee away from you. Maybe see if you can shift the gaze toward the left shoulder, close the eyes, relax the body. One more deep breath in. Stay for the entire exhale, feel the body relax. Inhale, bring yourself back through center. And go ahead and uncross the legs. Pull the knees into the chest. And from here, we're going to find a rock and a roll, starting to take the full length of the spine. So maybe find 2, 3, 4 good rocks. And then when you're ready, we'll cross at the ankles and make our way all the way up into a seated position. So here in your seated position, take a moment to ground down. Grounding the seat bones in, sit up nice and tall through the crown of the head. Palms up for receiving. Let's take an inhale as we circle the hands all the way up above head. Let the palms touch, grow up. And then as you exhale, take this twist to the right side. So the left hand will catch the right knee. Right hand works behind you, grounds down into the mat, and then inhale, grow tall. Exhale, shift deeper into this twist. Draw this right shoulder behind you. Maybe see if you can shift the gaze past the right shoulder. Every inhale helps you grow tall. Every exhale helps you twist a little bit deeper. Stay here for 2 more breaths, in and out. Keeping the left hand on the right knee. On your next inhale, slowly cartwheel the right hand forward toward the center of the room, finding that opening along the right rib cage, that stretch through the right hip. Spin the pinky finger down toward the ground, and then rotate that right shoulder further back behind you, flaring the rib cage up to the sky. Maybe look underneath that right armpit. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, drop the right hand down. Let it catch the left knee. Bring the chin into the chest as you hollow out the front of the body. Round the back side of the body. Breathe in, create space. And on your next inhale, we'll keep snaking this left arm all the way underneath the right. Find your eagle arm twist or eagle arm wrap. If the eagle arm isn't in your practice, then we'll just grab for opposite shoulders. Right elbow stacks over the left. Take an inhale, lift the elbows up in line with the shoulders, look up. And then as you exhale, draw the elbows down toward the rib cage, round through the back side of the body, hinge forward, breathe. Take one more deep breath in, full breath out. On your next inhale, root down through seat bones, use the core strength to rise. And as you exhale, drop the hands down. Inhale, sweep them all the way back up. And as you exhale, twist now to the left side. Right hand catches the left knee. Left hand catches the floor behind you. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Rooting down through seat bones. Growing through the crown of the head, twisting through the spine, just like a dirty wash rag. Take one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. On your next inhale, cartwheel this left hand forward toward the center of the room. Keep the right hand on the left knee. Spin the pinky finger down. Rotate that shoulder back. Flare up through the rib cage, through the side of the body. Breathe in and breathe out. Drop that left hand down to the right knee. Hollow out the front of the body, chin to chest. And take 2 deep breaths here, creating space along the backside. And on your next inhale, snake the right arm now underneath the left this time, finding that eagle wrap. Inhale, lift the elbows up in line with the shoulders, deep breath in. And then as you exhale, pull the elbows down toward the rib cage as you hinge forward from the hips, drop the head heavy. Feeling that opening along the backside of the heart space as the shoulders pull forward. On your next inhale, lift, use the strength of the core. And as you exhale, drop the hands down. Inhale, sweep them all the way back up, find length along the sides of the body. And then as you exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Take a moment here, maybe close the eyes. Just come back into your body, maybe set an intention if you haven't already for your home practice. And we'll make our way into tabletop. So shifting into 4 points of contact. So stacking the shoulders directly over the wrist, the hips over the knees. Pull the navel in and up so that you're stretching out long from the crown of the head out through the tailbone. Spread wide through the fingers to take pressure off the wrist, and we'll start with some cat and cows. On an inhale, drop the belly low, lift through the tailbone, draw the shoulders back, look up. Exhale, push down into the hands, the tops of the feet, bring the navel into the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone, look up as you arch through the spine. Exhale, push into the hands, the tops of the feet, completely empty out the lungs, head drops heavy. Start to take some of these cat and cows at your own breath pace, so your inhale draws you through, dropping the belly low for cow, and then your exhale guides you into that angry cat pose, rounding through the upper spine. As you move through these next couple movements, start to invite some organic movement into the body, so maybe some rounds through the torso, some barrel rolls, whatever you need to kind of help warm up the body. And however you decide to move, just link breath to movement. So move for a full length of an inhale, full length of an exhale, maybe pausing for that little sliver of stillness in between. And we'll go for one more round. So one more full cat, one more full cow. And then we'll meet back into neutral tabletop position. Here from neutral tabletop, take a look out toward the front edge of your mat. Keep the hips lifted above the knees. And then we'll walk our hands toward the front edge of the mat. Start to lower the chest, the chin, the forehead, whatever's more comfortable for you. We'll come down to melted heart or puppy dog pose. So hips stay lifted, tailbone stays tucked under, belly is pulled in and up, and then the heart melts down toward the earth. You can start with maybe the forehead to the earth. Take a couple breaths, and if it feels good, maybe shift to the chin, opening up through the throat. And we'll breathe into that opening along the front side of the body, that compression we've created along the back side. Spread wide through your fingertips. Shift a little bit of weight into your left hand. Shift the gaze forward. And we're going to take this right hand and set it underneath the left armpit, sliding into thread the needle. Bring the right cheek, ear to the earth. Keep the hips lifted. Breathe into the back side of the body. Stay here. Or maybe come into a bind, reaching that left hand behind you, coming for the inside of the right thigh crease. If you make a connection, use that as leverage to open up the shoulder. Draw it back, open it up. Stay relaxed through the head and the neck. Breathe. And exhale, we'll release left hand back down. Walk the fingertips all the way back toward the front edge of the mat. Press down into that hand and then reach the right hand all the way back forward to meet the left. Lower the heart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We'll switch it up. Right hand grounds down, left hand threads all the way under. Relax left cheek, ear down, and breathe into that opening, the sensations that arise along the backside of the heart space. Maybe that bind feels right, reaching that right arm behind you for the inside of the left thigh crease this time. And then drawing that right shoulder back, drawing the heart open. Take another deep breath in. And then as you exhale, that right hand comes all the way back down to the mat. Fingertips walk to the front edge, ground the right hand down, left hand reaches up to meet the right. Ground down into the hands, take a look to the front edge of the mat, and then we'll go ahead and snake ourselves forward, coming right into Sphinx pose. So stack the elbows directly underneath the shoulders, spread nice and wide through the fingertips, find that grip into the earth. So planting down through hands, through forearms, toes are untucked behind you. Through that press in the hands, see if you can drag your heart space forward. So very little that will be happening visually, but lots happening in the body. Reach tall through the crown of the head, chin is parallel with the mat, deep breath in. And then as you exhale, release down. Coming into a cobra variation, tent the fingertips to about a foot to each side of you. Bring the chin to the mat, maybe separate the feet wider. As you inhale, lead with the back of the heart space. Keep the chin tucked in as you pull up. And then as you exhale, slowly with control or one vertebrae at a time, all the way back down. Two more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, we'll lift. This time we'll hold. And exhale, right shoulder lowers down. Keep the left lifted as you look over the left shoulder. And inhale, back through center. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, left shoulder down. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back through center. And as you exhale, slowly lower all the way back down to the mat. Plant the hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes under, send energy out through the back of the heels. Fire up, and then as you inhale, come all the way into high plank. Stay here for a deep breath in. And as you exhale, press to the hands, hike the hips high, find your first downward facing dog. So here in down dog, maybe pedal the feet, right, left, right, left. Shake a head yes, shake a no. Maybe swivel the hips from side to side. And on your next inhale, let's come high onto your toes. And exhale, go ahead and drop the heels all the way back down. We'll take two more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale as you lift. This time we'll elephant walk the feet to the front edge of the mat. So we'll do that by heel toeing, keeping the legs as straight as possible. Maybe bending in the knees for some forgiveness for flexibility, but making our way all the way up to standing. Let your feet be about hip width distance apart, and then go for that deep waterfall pose. Take a bend in the knees. Be heavy through the crown of the head. With every exhale, you feel the space, the decompression in the spine, encouraging the crown of the head a little bit closer toward the earth. Go ahead and drop the hands heavy. Tuck the chin into the chest. Bend a little bit more generously through the knees, and as you inhale, start to round up, one vertebrae at a time. Feel yourself stack, bone over bone, coming all the way up to standing. Head comes up last. Inhale, arms sweep up. And then as you exhale, release the hands toward the small of the back. Find that interlace grip there, webbing to webbing grip. Root down through the feet. Inhale, pull the fists down toward the earth. Start to look up, open the heart, draw the shoulders back. And then as you exhale, maybe take a little bend in the knees as you fold forward. Dropping through the crown of the head. Maybe let the arms fall overhead, opening up in the shoulders. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, release the hands, let them slide all the way down the back side of the legs. Take a deep bend into that left knee. Left hand grounds down in front of the face. Inhale, right hand reaches up. Finding that T-twist, opening up in the heart. Deep breath in. As you exhale, right hand down, switch the bend in the knees. Inhale, left hand up. Really pressing down through that left heel, stretching through IT band. Deep breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Go ahead and heel toe the feet together. Inhale, find a halfway lift, shift weight to the toes, keep the gaze to the earth. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Root down into the feet. As you inhale, this time reverse swan dive, lift, grow tall. Palms touch, and maybe take that back bend as you push the hips forward, and then we'll exhale, fold with the breath. Taking sun salutation A, we'll take this first one slow, and then speed everyone up a little bit more after. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands plant, step the right foot back. Left follows the right to your high plank pose. Keep the navel in and up. Spread wide through fingers. You can drop the knees if you need for this first round. Inhales inch you forward so the shoulders pass the wrist, and then the exhales lower so that the elbows graze the ribs. Inhale, scoop your heart forward, draw the shoulders back, keep the toes tucked behind you, look up. And then as you exhale, send the hips back to the sky, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose. 2 more. Pressing through hands, hiking the hips high, feeling that stretch along the backside of the leg. On your next inhale, bend deeply through knees, look forward. Step the right foot forward, use the core strength, and then the left steps up to meet the right. Find forward fold. Inhale to that halfway lift. As you exhale, fold a little deeper. Root down into the feet. Inhale, rise. Reverse swan diving, opening up, standing tall. Exhale, fold, next round. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands plant, step the left foot back. Right follows left this time. We'll start to speed it up. Inhales, inch forward. Exhales, lower halfway, elbows to ribs. Inhale, scoop your heart forward. Draw the shoulders back, open up. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose. Head is heavy, gaze is somewhere maybe between the feet, pressing through hands. On your next inhale, bend through knees, look forward. Step the left foot forward, right steps up to meet the left, forward fold, head drops. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold a little deeper. And on your next inhale, rise. Reverse swan dive, open up. Maybe invite that back bend in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant hands, walk, step, or hop. High plank. Take your chaturanga flow. Inhales inch you forward, your exhales lower. Inhale, scoop you forward. Exhale, send your hips back, downward facing. 3 breaths. Open up the mouth, let something go if you're feeling tension. And on your next inhale, bend through knees, look forward. Walk, step, or hop. Top of the mat to your forward fold. Drop the head. Inhale, halfway. Grow tall through the spine. Keep the gaze down. Exhale, fold deeper. Root down, inhale, rise. Maybe take that back bend, only if it feels good. Exhale, fold. Last sun sal A. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold deeper. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, walk, step, or hop back, high plank. Inhales, inch you forward. Exhales, lower you halfway with control. And then inhale, scoop your heart forward. Lower high cobra, upward dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, in and out. We'll do one more round together. On your next inhale, bend through knees, look forward. Walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold deeper. Root down as you inhale, rise. Really grow tall, really root through the feet. Pass through that back bend. Exhale, final sun sal A. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, walk, step. If you're ready, up and flow. We'll meet back in downward dog. In through the nose, out through the nose. Here from your downward facing dog, shift a little bit of weight into your left foot. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Go ahead and allow that hip to open up. So let that right foot be heavy. Let it fall toward the left side of the room, encouraging that knee to kind of fall to the left. Open that hip up. You can find some movement in the ankle, the hip. And we'll take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, slowly with control, we'll step that right foot in between the two hands. Go ahead and lower the left knee, top of the foot, untuck the toes. And when you're ready, with control, bring your hands to that right knee. Press into that right knee to help you lift up. And then with an exhale, go ahead and let your hips fall down and forward. Be gentle. And when you're ready, let your arms float up. Framing the ears, take a deep breath in, grow tall out of the waist as you sink deeper through the hips. And exhale, right hand's gonna reach toward the mat, left hand is gonna reach over toward the right side of the room. So that right hand doesn't need to touch, just feel that lengthening along the left side of the body. Inhale through center, right hand reaches up to meet the left. Exhale, left hand down, doesn't need to touch, right hand reaches toward the left side. Good, inhale back up. And as you exhale, hands plant into the mat, shift the hips back for half splits. Pull the right toes back towards you. Do your best to square the hips. So bring your hands to your hips, make sure that right hip is pulled up and back. Left toes are untucked behind you. Inhale, lift through the chest, scroll through the spine. And then as you exhale, maybe hinge a little bit deeper. Keep the gaze forward to keep the chest lifted, growing through the crown of the head, and keep the right toes pulling back towards you to lengthen the back of this right leg. One more inhale. And as you exhale, release, ground back down into that right foot, hands frame it, and we'll tuck the left toes, send this right leg all the way back to three-legged dog. Lower that right leg down, and we'll take your vinyasa. Inhale, floats you forward. Exhale, lowers halfway. Inhale, scoop forward. And exhale, hips back, downward facing. Breathe in, breathe out. Shifting weight into that right foot. Inhale, left foot floats up. Exhale with control, step it between the two hands. Use the strength of the core, set it down lightly. Drop the right knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale to lift, start with your hands in the knee, find that tucked tailbone, and then let the hips come down and forward, sink lower. When you're ready, arms come up to frame the ears. And exhale, left hand down. Again, doesn't need to touch, just find some length along the right side of the body, some strength in the hips. Inhale back through center. Exhale, this time right hand down, left hand reaches. Inhale through center. And exhale, hands frame the foot. Shift the hips back. Pull the toes back towards you. Lift the heart, lift the chest, look forward. And then exhale to lower. Keep the chest lifted. Again, keep growing through the crown of the head. Imagine that you can inch yourself further toward your foot. One more deep breath in. And on your next exhale, release, ground down into that left foot, hands frame it, right toes tuck, left foot steps back. Lower the left foot down and take your vinyasa flow. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. And cue our first child's pose. So coming high onto our toes, drop the knees to the mat, hips to the heels, and then stretch the arms forward. Letting the body relax down, return back to your breath. Maybe rocking the forehead right and left here, bringing some space to that space of intuition. And stay here if you need for another breath or two. And if you're ready to move on, ground back down into your hands, shift forward through tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, and we'll come back into downward facing dog. Here in downward dog, lift that right leg high. And we'll go for 3 core planks. So as you exhale, shift the shoulders over the wrists, bring the knee to the nose, tiger curl, so round through the spine. And then inhale, extend back through that right heel. Inhale or exhale, crunch forward, navel to spine, knee to nose. Inhale, extend back. Last one, exhale to crunch. Inhale to extend. And this time, as you exhale, shift the knee toward the chest, hold, and then step it between the two hands. Ground the back foot down at a 45-degree angle. When you're ready, inhale to rise, warrior one. Settle into the legs here. So pressing back through that left foot, energizing through the back of the leg, bending deeply into this right knee. Hips are squared toward the front edge of the room, so if you need to bring your hands to your hips to check, left hip is forward, right hip is back. Tailbone is tucked under. Arms reach up to frame the ears. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, we'll open this up, warrior two. So spin the back foot down at a 90-degree angle. Toes point toward the left side of the room, right toes point forward. Deep bend through that right knee. And we're energizing out through the back or the outer edge of the left foot. Deep breath in, arms reach out. And as you exhale, let's reverse it. Left hand reaches down the back side of the left leg. Right hand reaches behind you. Keep the bend in the right knee. Deep breath in. And exhale, side angle, right elbow catches the right knee. Inhale, left hand high. Press that right elbow into the knee to open the chest, open the heart, let the hips sink down and forward. Breathe in. And as you exhale, sink a little deeper. Left hand reaches forward to frame the left ear. Right hand reaches to frame the right ear. Breathe in. Come through center. Straighten through that right leg. Pivot the right toes forward. And then as you exhale, swan dive. Wide leg forward fold. You can stay passive. Maybe stay a little bit more active here if you'd like. I always like to take one kind of passive round, hanging out, feeling out through the body, and then one a little bit more active round, so the choice is up to you. Encouraging the crown of the head to droop down toward the earth, pressing out through the outer edges of the feet like you can tear your mat in two. Take one more deep breath in, and a full breath out. Press down into the hands. Inhale, find a halfway lift. And then as you exhale, walk the hands forward to the top of the mat, pivot all 10 toes forward. Left hand down, inhale, right hand high, twisting. Squeeze those inner thighs together, lift through the hips, deep breath in. Exhale, right hand down. Step this right foot back to high plank and take your vinyasa flow. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Shift weight into that right foot now. Inhale, left foot high, preparing for those core planks. As you exhale, crunch, shoulders over wrists, knee to nose, tiger curl. Inhale, extend. And exhale, crunch. Inhale. Last one, really crunch, navel to spine. Inhale, extend all the way back through that left heel. Exhale with control, step it to the front of the mat. Ground the back foot down at a 45-degree angle. When you're ready, inhale to rise. Coming back into warrior one, we've been here before, so right hip comes forward, left hip comes back. Really let the hips sink down, tailbone tucks under. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Stay here. And on your next exhale, go ahead and open up. Back foot grounds to a 90-degree angle, energizing out through that outer right edge of the foot. Arms reach in opposite directions. There's a sense of buoyancy on the arms, like they're floating on water. Breathe in. And as you exhale, reverse it. Right hand slides down the back of that leg. Left hand reaches behind you, opening the heart. And exhale, side angle. Left elbow to the left knee. Right hand reaches up, opening the heart. Use that elbow in the knee as leverage to open, to lift yourself. And fire up through the core, through the obliques. Right hand reaches to frame the right ear. Stay here. Left hand reaches. Breathe in. And exhale to lift. Straighten through that left foot. Pivot the left toes toward the right side of the room. Inhale. And exhale, release the hands to the small of the back. Take an inhale here. Open the heart, open the chest, look up. And then as you exhale, go ahead and fold forward. Maybe let the arms fall overhead if that feels good. We'll be here for a couple breaths. And if you'd like, you can go ahead and release the hands to the small of the back. Let them slide down the legs. And come back into your second variation of forward fold. So maybe taking this one a little bit more active, grabbing for the outer edges of the feet, the big toes, using the strength of the arms to pull the crown of the head toward the earth. Take another deep breath in. Full breath out as you fold. On your next inhale, lift through halfway. And exhale, walk the hands toward the front edge of the mat. Pivot all 10 toes forward. Right hand down, inhale, left hand up. Twisting in this lunge, squeezing inner thighs together. Big breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Step this left foot back to high plank and take your vinyasa flow. Meeting back in downward dog. Good. Here in downward facing, go ahead and walk the hands toward the back of the mat to meet the feet. Find your forward fold. Maybe separate the feet about mat width distance this time. We're going to hang out here, waterfall. Swing right, swing left. Decompress through the spine, release through the crown of the head. And then go ahead and release the hands down. Pivot the toes out toward about 10 and 2. Let the hips sink down into your deep Malasana squat. So take a minute, maybe rock right, rock left. Let the hips sink down. Stretch tall through the crown of the head. Hands at heart center. Use the elbows on the inside of the knees as leverage to open the hips and then grow tall, pressing down through the feet. Stay here. Breathe. If crow pose is in your practice and you'd like to try crow pose from here, now's a beautiful time to get into it. And if you'd like to just experiment with crow at home in the comfort and privacy of your bedroom, there's no better place. So we'll start by hiking the hips high. You can pivot the toes forward if you need. I like to build a shelf with my elbows. So starting by spreading wide through the fingers and finding that little bend in my elbows backward toward my knees, just like you would a chaturanga. I like to get high on my toes. This gives me more space to allow my knees to find my arms. So building that shelf, elbows come back towards your knees. Start high on your tippy toes so that your knees can find your armpits or as close to your armpits as possible. Once you've built that shelf, you found that connection, really spread wide through the fingers, grip into the earth, and then just start to shift your weight forward. Maybe this is as far as you go. This is great. If we want to try, maybe pick up one set of toes. Just feel what that feels like. Set that down. Pick up another set of toes. Set that down. Maybe we're feeling like flying today. Maybe we shift forward and we pick up both toes. Breathe through the shakes, through the wobbles, and release. Hike the hips up, forward fold. Gorilla pose. We'll slide the hands underneath the feet, toes or fingers face towards you, palm face up. Slide the hands all the way down the feet so that the toes can almost come to the wrist creases. Drop the head heavy. Let the elbows fall out to the sides. And then as you decompress the spine, as you sink deeper into this pose, maybe use the strength of the arms, start to flare the elbows out to the side, bringing you a little bit deeper into this forward fold. When you're ready, release. One at a time. First right hand, and then left. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, fold. Go ahead and walk the hands forward. Come back into downward facing dog. And go ahead, find your root, your alignment, your lift through the tailbone. And we'll lift back through that right leg. And as you exhale, shift forward back through that little core crunch. Bring the right knee to the nose. This time we'll hold and hover round through the upper spine. And we'll take this right leg. We're going to kick it out to the left side. Ground down through the outer edges of the feet. Inhale, reach that left arm up to the sky. So pressing down through that right hand, reaching through the left fingertips. Two opposite lines of energy, helping you to lift the hips for your falling triangle. Breathe in. And as you exhale, left hand down. Step this right foot forward, find your pigeon's pose. Slide that left leg nice and long behind you. Make sure we have hip, knee, ankle all in one line. Take a minute to walk the hands back. Flex the toes back to protect that knee joint. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, go ahead and walk the hands forward. Lowering down to sleeping pigeon. Come back to your breath. Come back to your body. Releasing any tension that may be rising in the outer edge of that right hip. Even breath in and out through the nose. And take our final breath in. Final exhale, empty the lungs. And as you inhale, go ahead and walk your hands back towards you. Tuck the left toes under. Send this right leg all the way back to downward facing dog. Stay here, or we'll take a vinyasa together, inhaling forward through your high plank, and exhale, lower chaturanga. We'll meet back in downward facing, flowing at your own pace. From here, inhale, left leg floats up, back into that core crunch. Exhale, shift forward, shoulders over wrists, knee to nose, hold and hover, root that knee closer to the chest, and then kick it out to the right side. Ground down through feet. Inhale, right arm up, fallen triangle. Use the strength of the obliques to lift through the hips. Keep pressing through the outer edges of the feet. Breathe in. Exhale, right hand down. Slide this left knee over toward the left side of the mat. Slide this right leg back. Pigeon. Take a minute to adjust the hips. Flex the left toes back towards you. Let's walk the hands back toward the hips. Open the chest. Find this back bend. Breathe in. And then exhale. Drop down. Forearms deeper. Seeing if you can come back to those long, deep inhales and exhales. Expanding through the lungs, to the rib cage, to the heart space on the breath in. Letting something go on the breath out. Let's go for 2 more breaths in, 2 more out. On your next inhale, slowly begin to release, press up, walking the hands back towards you. And this time we'll shift all of our weight onto this left hip bone, swing this right leg all the way forward. Take a bend in the knees. If you need, you can windshield wiper the legs right and left. And find the center of your mat. We're going to set this right leg gently off the side of the mat, bend through the left knee, and plant the sole of the left foot into the right thigh. Go ahead and inhale, arms reach up. Square the shoulders toward that right leg, breathe in. And as you exhale, keep reaching past the right toes. Maybe interlace fingers or just make a connection on that right foot, whatever is more available for you. Let's inhale, find a halfway lift. And then as you exhale, it's like you're caterpillar or worming your chest a little bit closer toward the foot. On your next inhale, release. Chin to chest, round up slowly. And we'll switch the legs. Kickstand the hands behind you if you need. Left foot out, right foot in. Inhale, arms sweep up. And as you exhale, square the shoulders, fold over this left leg. Maybe grabbing a connection for that foot or interlacing. Hand to wrist, webbing to webbing grip if those are available. Inhale, find your halfway, lift the chest, lift through the crown of the head, and then exhale, drag yourself further forward. Keep this right shoulder drawn down. Chin to chest. Inhale, slowly release as you round. Vertebrae over vertebrae lifts. Find the center. We'll bring the hands behind you, bring the soles of the feet together, and we'll start to prepare for Supta Baddha Konasana. First, we'll lift tall through the crown of the head, so scoot your hips a little bit closer towards your heels. Inhale, lift tall, and then exhale, fold forward. Staying here for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, press back up through neutral spine, grow through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, hands walk behind you like kickstands. Begin to walk yourself all the way onto your spines. Lowering all the way onto your back. Maybe shift the feet closer or further away from the hips if that's more comfortable for you. Let the knees fall out to the side just like a good book. And we'll bring a hand to the heart, a hand to the belly. Close the eyes. Come back to the breath. And without any change, just observe it. Start to let go of any control, any rhythmic pattern that you once had, and just let it fall in and out of the nose. Start to notice a shift that may have happened in the body energetically, physically, emotionally. And I welcome you to stay here for your final Shavasana. If this shape is comfortable for you, if you'd rather extend out through legs, then now's a good time to maybe straighten one, straighten another. Hands fall wherever is most comfortable. If you have any props around you to further assist your Shavasana, now's a good time to make those adjustments. Eyes fall shut, body relaxes. And now is the time, yogis, where I leave you. So take as much time here as you need in your final Shavasana, and know that us here at Blue Moon are missing you guys so much. Have a beautiful day, and we hope to see you soon. Namaste.